After dropping the cash on my first pair of Novablast, I had never worn them before, never tried them on, didn't know anything. And my thought process was like, dang, I really hope this is worth the money. I've got my second pair. I hope that gives you some insight into what I think about the ASICS Novablast. What is happening, everyone? My name is Brian. Thanks for checking out this quick review of the ASICS Novablast. I am on my second pair of shoes, and as you guys know, if I'm going to be talking about a pair of shoes, it is not going to be something that I have just run a couple miles, first impression run or whatever, but I'm going to be putting in some hardcore miles, so much so that I have put in over 400 miles in the ASICS Novablast, and coming to you with my top 3 reasons why I personally believe this is the most versatile shoe that I have ever purchased and will continue to purchase, and look forward to the updates that ASICS is going to continue to make in this. Just a little bit of background on my history. I have always been an ASICS runner. I have recently started branching out into other brands, but I absolutely love ASICS for my road running shoes. So much so that my multiple PRs that I had over the course of the last 5 years were done in the ASICS Dynoflight. And when I heard that the ASICS Dynoflight was going to be discontinued, I thought to myself, well, this is going to be my opportunity to try carbon fiber shoes, but also I needed to find that versatile shoe that I could do not just for my daily trainers, my long runs, my tempos, and what was that shoe going to be. And so when ASICS released the Novablast, I believe earlier this year, I needed to jump in and grab a pair of those. So I did. I purchased my first pair of Novablast back in February or March of this year, right before the LA Marathon, and was able to get 1 or 2 of my tempo workouts in these shoes. And so what I want to talk to you about is the top 3 things that I think are awesome about these shoes. If you want all the specs, there's tons of videos on that. Go check it out. But for me, I'm just going to talk to you about why, as a runner, I believe these shoes absolutely are a kick-ass pair of shoes. Number 1 is the comfort in the feel is unlike any other shoe that I've really put on. We've become accustomed to these high cushioned, soft shoes with Hoka, and now with all of these race shoes that are coming out that are the high cushioned shoe, but they don't have quite as responsiveness that a lot of them have. And this shoe is just absolutely comfortable, unlike any other shoe that I've had run in before. With this shoe, not only have I put in daily miles, I put in hard 22-mile efforts in these shoes, and my feet come back and feel great the next day. If I'm running in something that's a little bit harder, these used to be done either in the Dynoflights and or the Cumulus shoe, I found that my foot would get a little bit sore, but with these shoes, because there is so much cushion and so much padding in these shoes, my feet are actually feeling really fresh the next day, which is awesome when you're trying to put in multiple long days in a weekend. I also have always been a fan of higher stack heights. So for me, that is not something that is a drawback. It is a high stack height shoe. If you are somebody that is not looking for a high stack height shoe, this probably is not for you. But if you're wanting something that's going to be soft and responsive and also comfortable, this is the one top thing that I noticed from this is that, man, it is a comfortable shoe. Number 2 on why I went and I have now got my second pair of these is, if you're a 1 or 2 or maybe even a 3 pair of shoe person, you have your easy day shoe, you want that daily trainer, but also something for tempos, and then you have your race day shoe, I genuinely do not think you can find a better value for this. I have used this shoe in everything from short 4 or 5 mile runs that are not put out a lot of effort, all the way up to, like I said, 22-mile hard efforts in these, as well as 2 half marathon virtual races where I actually ran my PR in these shoes. So there's something about this shoe that when you want to run slow, it's soft and absorbs the pounding on the pavement, keeps your body fresh and your legs feeling good. But then the moment you start to turn up and pick up that pace with these shoes, it responds. I don't really know how a shoe has been able to come across multiple different platforms. If you recall from my Treyu running shoe video, I said that sweet spot for that shoe is when you're running fast or when you're running up hills. It was not comfortable for me on easy days, but this shoe actually does hit everything in the spectrum. So if you're looking, what is the one shoe I can buy that's gonna last several hundreds of miles, but also span across every different type of workout? I genuinely do not think you can find a better value in a better shoe than the ASICS Novablast. Third, I don't really know how else to describe this other than these shoes are just absolutely fun to run in. There's something about this FF Blast foam that they have in there that is so responsive, but also smooth and easy to ride on. The last time I had actually a lot of fun running in a shoe was the first time I ever put a carbon plated shoe on. It was bizarre to my feet, but I absolutely had the best time running in that. And honestly, that is the same feeling I get from these Novablast shoes. And they're not even carbon plated shoes, but they have that feel of speed in it and a comfort that you know you can put in any type of run you want in these shoes. And that is so hard to describe until you actually put these shoes on. I'm not sure if you look at the outsole of the shoe, the grooves that they have in here that gives it that unique feel, the high stack height, the new FF Blast foam that they have. But there is just something that when you put this shoe on, it is a ton of fun to run. And I think I've heard some other people talk about this when they've tried these shoes, is it's just an absolutely fun shoe. And there's something that just adds a little bit of joy in these shoes when you run. So again, my top 3 reasons of why I bought my second pair of ASICS Novablast. Number 1, it is comfortable. My feet feel great following the runs no matter what I'm doing. Number 2 is it spans so many different workouts, from your easy days all the way up to your hard tempo, long 22+ mile runs. It is a great shoe for all of that. And number 3, it's just a fun shoe. I really don't know how to quantify that other than it is awesome and you have to try it. What is my one drawback on these shoes? So one of the unique things I found about this shoe, and I don't know if it's my foot or just the way that the lacing is done, is I had to find that sweet spot of where to lace these shoes down. But once I found it, it felt as if the shoe wasn't on there, but I had a tough time whether going back and forth between the runner's knot or not doing the runner's knot, using the last shoelace loophole or not. But once I found it, it was dialed in, and it's been the same for the second pair of shoes that I run in. If you have any questions, I know for a fact this is not gonna be my last pair of ASICS Novablast, as I will continue to purchase these shoes. I absolutely love them. I think they're the most phenomenal shoes. So I'm begging with you, ASICS, please don't discontinue these like you did the Dynoflights, or else I'm just gonna have to find another shoe. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for checking this out. I'll be back. Next shoe review is gonna be the easy run shoes I used for my entire duration of this road training block that I did in this chaotic 2020. Thanks everybody, take care and have a great day.